afternoon, Cougars. I'm Katie Forgy.
And I'm Rachel Hasty.
And this is Cougar News Now. This Friday, student council elections will be held in your English class if you're a freshman, and in your social studies class if you're a sophomore, a junior, or a senior.
Compass testing will continue through the week. Students, please be aware that music will not play during hall changes. You are still responsible for being to class on time.
This Saturday, there will be an archery tournament at Eastside Middle School at 6 p.m.
This Saturday is also the ACT for anyone that is signed up. Make sure to bring a photo ID with your ticket and calculator.
One of the biggest things we push here at Bullis Central is college and career readiness. At the beginning of the year, 84 out of 284 seniors were college or career ready. Now 193 seniors are college or career ready.
Professional rock climber Will Gadd from Alberta, Canada succeeded in climbing the Niagara Falls. It took him 1 hour to be the first person to ever achieve this task. The country of Jordan is currently waiting to see if the Islamic State will release their hostage in return for an Islamic woman on death row for terrorism. So far, neither country has turned over their captives, and they are still in turmoil. The Super Bowl excitement has finally come to an end. On Sunday, February 1st, the New England Patriots beat the Seattle Seahawks 28-24. In the advertising world, companies such as Budweiser and Snickers came up on top.
Tonight, the cheerleaders are leaving to Orlando, Florida to compete in the national cheerleading competition. Our very own Peyton Bailey has a story on if cheerleading should be a sport.
I live the daily life of a Bullis Central cheerleader. Many people have opinions on whether cheerleading is a sport or not. After you watch this video, I hope that your opinion changes.
Do you think cheerleading is a sport?
I think that half of cheerleading is a sport. I think the sideline cheerleaders that just cheer on basketball games or football games, I don't feel like that's a sport.
I think it is a sport because you have to train for it.
Really, if you're not on the cheerleading team or really close to somebody who's on it, you've never really seen a cheerleading competition. You just see them cheering on the sidelines.
Non-competitive cheer is not a sport. A sport, you have to be aggressive and go against the actual other team.
What is the definition of a sport?
Anything that involves two people competing head-to-head, trying to break records, times, have a winner, quote, loser, that would be a sport.
Say a sport involves teamwork, a lot of practice and time commitment, and an athlete. So for that, I would say cheerleading covers those, yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Why wouldn't someone believe it's a sport?
Perception from 25, 40 years ago when you had your major three sports, baseball, basketball, football, and then there was all the supporting sports. Cheerleading wouldn't have been, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, it would have made the class right below that.
People vision cheerleading as what they see on a sideline of a ball game, which the cheerleaders aren't, because safety regulations aren't able to show what they actually do at a competitive event. So when you look at a cheerleading squad, if somebody doesn't know cheerleading and they see a cheerleading squad at a ball game, they're not doing much. So anybody can step down there and learn how to do a motion or yell through a megaphone. But that's why I said there's two different types of cheerleading. A game cheer squad is really not an athletic event. But if they come to a competition and they actually watch a routine and what all entails in a routine, then yes, then I think they would completely change their mind.
I believe that the competition cheerleading is, yes, because they're actually going for a goal, but on the sidelines of the football field, no, that's just, I don't even know what really to call that.
Is cheerleading a sport?
Yes.
And why?
Because it's very physical, a lot of time involved, a lot of teamwork, okay? I haven't played a lot of sports, but I know with cheerleading, in high school and college, I had numerous black eyes, numerous bloody noses, sprained ankles, sprained wrists, and now at 31, my back hurts all the time, my knees hurt all the time, my wrists, my elbows, my shoulders.
I think people's perception of cheerleading is what cheerleading was 25 years ago. Cheerleading was a club where you cheered on the team. Obviously, if anybody's ever seen cheerleading now, they realize it has nothing. That's part of it, but generally, I would think of it as almost like a mix between a dance, gymnastic competition program. It's pretty scary. Every time I've been, I think I hold my breath every time one of you guys get thrown up in the air. So definitely a sport.
Why would someone believe it wasn't a sport?
Because they've probably never done it. They may just think of standing there and yelling at ball games.
I do believe cheerleading is a sport because it requires athletic ability, unlike a lot of things that are considered sport that isn't, like curling. So I think cheerleading should be considered a sport.
In your opinion, is cheerleading just as much a sport as football?
I've never played football. Cheerleading definitely a sport. Football obviously a sport. But the difference would be with football, one of your objectives is to knock the snot out of the guy across from you. Cheerleading is not the case, but it happens. It happens. It happens.
I think football and cheerleading get pinned against each other all the time when really and truly they shouldn't.
I hope after watching these interviews you believe that cheerleading is a sport just like
On behalf of Bullitt Central and Cougar News Now, good luck.
Thanks for watching, Cougars.
See you next time!